Welcome back in, everybody. We're going to get started here with the second game of NAVI versus Team SIBE. Team SIBE in that first game, for like the first, I want to say 30 minutes, it was all going their way. You know, they looked great. They were in control, doing a lot of damage, finding the pickoffs. And there was just nothing NAVI could do to get themselves back into it. But after that 35-minute fight and the fights around the Roche pit, you know, NAVI, they just had that momentum to get themselves back in. And yeah, NAVI, they fought their way back into it. It was a hard fight, but they were able to get themselves back in. And yeah, there was nothing that Team SIBE could do after the fact, because all of a sudden this momentum swing in the favor of NAVI. They were finding the harpoons back into the skewers. They were finding the pullbacks, you know, the global silences onto the storm sprits when he tried to help out his teammates. They were trying to find good angles for Yon to try and get the heals, you know, get that regen coming back in for him. But NAVI, they were just able to close down all avenues, do the damage, get these nullifiers out as well to make sure they could get the kills onto Yon as well as Aztec 4. And yeah, then SIBE got put on the back foot and never really recovered. So we'll see how it's going to go. Just waiting for the second draft to be up. But I wonder if we're going to see the Terrorblade and the Storm Spirit being allowed through here from the side of Team SIBE in the second game, because the Storm Spirit looked really good. Even the Pugna having a massive impact as well, being able to give the life back to pretty much everybody in the fights. You know, I was trying to think of the specific, but to start off, it was on the Storm Spirit, and then it just kind of came back. You know, it was being given over to everybody, and yeah, the effectiveness of that hero in the first 30 minutes, it could not be underestimated. You know, it was having a massive impact, and it was struggling to be dealt with by the side of NAVI. So hopefully, again, hopefully for NAVI, but you know, hopefully for the side of SIBE, that they maybe don't let this one through here. But if you are going to ban that one out, it means you're going to let one of the Bat Rider, the Beastmaster, the Bloodseeker, and now Team SIBE will have the first pick as well. So if they want to, the Spirit Breaker there as well. You know, there's some big heroes for the side of SIBE to pick up coming into this one. But on Techies, Magnus is going to go this time. Do NAVI, do they ban out this Medusa? Because Captain, they're trying to force them into this ban here. And they're taking the time, they're thinking about it. Do they have an answer for it if Team SIBE pick it up right off the bat?
10 seconds remaining.
NAVI.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay, yeah, they are going to think. They're not going to commit to taking this Medusa out straight away. They take out the Doom. So the Medusa is there. And SIBE, do they lock it in? Or NAVI, do they have a plan to deal with this one? Is this just the greatest of baits from the side of NAVI, trying to get them to force out this Medusa pick, right? Into maybe something like the Darkseer into a Pangolier as well?
10 seconds remaining.
Or Darkseer Shadow Demon is actually a really good combination to have against the Medusa.
Remaining.
The amount of illusions you pop up from the illusion wall, from the disruption as well, you just turn the Medusa's damage right back onto itself. You know, it chunks through. It really does. It is a really good combination. They go for the Pugna. Okay, so take everything I said and flip it if NAVI want to pick up this Medusa here. I'm surprised both teams thinking about this one. Could see the Medusa Storm come out for NAVI here. The Storm is a block pick for Team SIBE. Did they pick it? Okay, could be the Wind Ranger. So this is the position 1 Wind Ranger, maybe? Let me just look. What else? Because Team SIBE beat NAVI Jr. in a third-party tournament. Playing, so they play the Ember Spirits. Yeah, big fan of the Ember Spirits. The Pugna, it looks like Pugna every single draft as well. That Pugna Storm combination here for the side of SIBE, they really do like this one. As the Silencer comes out here for NAVI. So, this Wind Ranger, going back to this Wind Ranger pick, it is being picked as a position 1 hero. Good amount of farm to come out. You go for that Rod of Atos first, you know, the stats that adds up. And we're seeing it in pro level play, not being super successful as the Medusa does come out. So I wonder if this is going to be a quick Diffusal Blade, like a Rod of Atos into a Diffusal Blade here for the Wind Ranger.
NAVI's turn to ban.
And Yeah, so in high-level pubs, this Wind Ranger is having a massive effect, you know, really being able to get the damage done. But it's not
10
really that
seconds
effective in
remaining.
pro games. It seems like the teams, they have that the coordination to deal with the
5
Wind Ranger in the
seconds
pro games. They
remaining.
have an answer to the Wind Ranger, especially when it comes out as early as this. So we'll see how Navi are going to be able to play around it. And maybe they're going to be one of the teams that do have the winning strat for the Wind Ranger. But at the minute, I don't think she's sitting on too high a win rate,
Navi's turn to ban.
as the Storm does get banned out here as well. This is the thing, that the Pugna is a good pickup with the Medusa, because the Medusa doesn't run out of life until it runs out of mana. So you constantly will be able to refresh that mana. I'd like to see a backlane diver
10 seconds remaining.
in the mid lane here for Navi.
5 seconds
The global silence is going to be quite nice as well, just as that reverse drain comes out immediately. But I'd like to see something like an Ember Spirit maybe for the side of Navi.
Radiant team ban.
Never mind, they ban it. They could go back for the Void, because they do have that first pick in the next round here on the side of Navi. This Void pick might not be too bad if they want to run it back on Melojol.
Navi's turn to ban.
Banning out the Pango. Pango AM Slark makes sense. All big diffusal blade build, excuse me. Could still be that mid Wind Ranger actually, with the diffusal blade being picked up, and then something like the carry Juggernaut. The Juggernaut is having a decent time up against Medusas.
10 seconds remaining.
Jug could go for a Battle Fury into a
5
diffusal blade of his own.
remaining.
So we'll see what Navi are thinking with these picks. But again, wouldn't surprise me to see the Void Spirit come out here for the side of Navi. Maybe something like a Bat Rider as well that has the lockdown. They ban out the Oracle. Yeah, pick up the Darkseer. I like this. I really like the Darkseer pick. And again, maybe a Shadow Demon to come out for them. And then look at either like a Void Spirit for the mid lane and this Wind Ranger goes for the Diffusal, or they go for the Wind Ranger mid and pick up a Juggernaut here. Or maybe like an Ursa as well. That can just rip you down with those Fury swipes. And the Spirit Breaker comes out for the side of SIBE. How did I forget about this hero? Just being able to run down and get... Speaking about backline charges, you know, Spirit Breaker does all of that. Able to get himself in. A lot of disruption to come through from this hero. They go for the Bat Rider as well. So is that going to be... I've seen this hero over the past few days in a few different positions here, between the 2, the 3, and the 4. Could be that support Bat Rider if they want to throw it into the lane with the the Spirit Breaker, maybe the 3 Spirit Breaker. I think either way this gets picked up. I think this might be our off lane, the Bat Rider into the Spirit Breaker. Whichever way that 3 and 4 combo is going to go. We could still see the mid Bat Rider, but this might just open up for like a Queen of Pain mid here for the side of Navi. Who again? If the defensive Decrepifiers come out from the side of SIBE, the Queen will be able to rack up that damage to whoever gets Decrepified. So we'll see what Navi are thinking. They've still got themselves a minute and 17 left on the reserve time here as well. They pick up... It's going to be another Void. Okay, so I think Melojol, yeah, once he got going here on that Void Spirit, picked up a good couple of items. The Echo Saber into the Manta style to come out for him. The Void Spirit had a massive amount of impact in that last game. So Melojol just looking to run it back here, it looks like, on this Void Spirit.
10 seconds remaining.
And... SIBE.
5 seconds
What do they want to be removing here? I think it's going to be... It's got to be that carry Wind Ranger now as well. So they're looking to take out supports. Shadow Demon would be the highest on my list. They take out the Clockwork, though. I suppose something that offers a little bit of frontline protection to the Wind Ranger in the lane would be nice. Support-wise, what else have we got? If we take a look at the heroes, Treant not really in the meta anymore. A position 5 Bounty Hunter.
5 seconds
That
remaining.
could be... I mean, I suppose not, because you're going to be charged down. You know, the Sticky Napalms and Firefly, you do get controlled there. Elder Titan... Oh, Elder Titan might not be the worst thing, because the Elder Titan... when you get that stomp off, you put the Medusa to sleep. I think it was Trent that was saying it, or maybe it was Waga. When you put the Medusa to sleep with a stomp, she doesn't wake up from damage because you're doing no health damage to her. You're taking away the mana, but you're doing no health damage. So she just stays asleep for the full duration or until you wipe her mana completely out. So maybe we do see the ET pickup here coming out for NAVI in that position 5. There's NAVI though. They're taking the time. They ban out the Timbersaw.
Navi's turn to battle.
Okay, so what? Thinking that the next ban comes out here from the side of SIBE as well. The damage coming through from that Vendetta deals 50% of the max mana damage to whoever he hits with that hero. So just be able to console. I think that was the Nyx Darkseer combo. Yeah, it's probably going to be what, the Silencer position 5 again. So they're looking to ban out a 4. Maybe something like the Ogre Magi as well.
10 seconds remaining.
Navi, let's take a look.
5
And
seconds
Snapfire at
remaining.
distance. Witch Doctor, maybe you do want another kind of front line hero. So maybe something like the Marcy or the Abaddon to run in that support position. Tusk as well. You have the save there. Meanwhile, on the side of SIBE, it looks like with the bans on the Puck and the Timbersaw, they are just covering the bases. We've seen a couple of Timbersaws made to come up against the Void Spirit. It's not the worst thing in the world. So maybe thinking this Bat Rider, it is going to be the Bat Rider as well as the Spirit Breaker in the off. And SIBE looking for their own mid laner. They've got themselves a lot of reserve time to do this one. So Storm's been banned out. The M's been banned out as well. Puck goes. Queen of Pain is still available. What else have I seen? I've seen a couple of Zeuses. A Death Prophet or 2 to come out. Even saw a Tinker last night. Didn't like that. Didn't like that one bit. It didn't win either. Maybe a big... Because you've already got the Spirit Breaker that's going to be able to run into things. So maybe like the Kunkka that can follow up there as well. Or maybe something completely different, like a mid LC. We'll see what they want to go for here on this side of SIBE. What else have I been seeing? Razor isn't being picked up anymore. TA's more of that carry position. Lesh seems to be a bit dead in the water. They go for the Bloodseeker. So what? Offlane Bloodseeker, mid Bat Rider, and carry Medusa. Okay, going to be good up against the Wind Ranger as well. You get that Rupture off on Windy while she's trying to get the Wind Run around, you know, trying to avoid the right clicks coming through. She just then has to sit in position, otherwise she's going to be taking so much damage from that Rupture. So maybe, I mean, the Lincoln Sphere is a nice build up on the Wind Ranger anyway. We might see that come out soon, like sooner rather than later here for the Wind Ranger. And we'll see the last pickup here for Navi, burning through all of this reserve time. 25 seconds left on the clock. They ban the Oracle themselves as well, so you won't be able to offer that survivability to come through from that hero. I'm just looking at... I'm still looking at the Shadow Demon here to go in the lane with the Darkseer. Just to try and make life an absolute misery for the Medusa. It's going to be the Earth Spirit.
Choose your hero.
Right, okay, I said about frontline diving heroes, and yeah, so Danielle's going to be playing this Earth Spirit here as well. Marley on that Silencer. Shigetsu, it is with the carry Wind Ranger, as Malik and Meljul on the Darkseer and the Void Spirit. Meanwhile, on the other side, on SIBE, it is going to be the carry Medusa, a race on this Bat Rider, Class and Kruto, in the off lane on that Bloodseeker. So I'm interested to see pre-level 6 what this Bloodseeker can do, and then once it hits level 6, you know, I think that might go a little bit more in favor of the Bloodseeker. So I think Navi have to be aware of this. They have to look to put some pressure onto this safe lane here, help out Shigetsu a little bit, and just look to put themselves in the position where, you know, they can take advantage of this Wind Ranger coming into it, maybe with the Diffusal Blade, with that Focus Fire onto the Medusa, and not let this Wind Ranger fall behind at all. Because as soon as this Wind Ranger falls behind, I think this is a Medusa game. You know, we've seen how well this hero can do in other regions, in other divisions. And if you just let this free farm Medusa happen, then you are going to be on the back foot. And I don't think you have that recovery like Navi did in the last game. It puts him under a whole lot of pressure. And we'll see how they're going to be able to deal with this. But first, we're going to take a quick word from our sponsors before we get into game number 2.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
Battle.
Could be worse.
And as we get in, I just want to know this Earth Spirit here, Danielle. He is a level 30 Earth Spirit. No, he's been practicing on it. He's got that master level up here. So we'll see what impact he's going to have, because he must know this hero inside and out. As it looks like both teams, no smokes this time, but they're going to be heading towards a 5-man grouping on both sides. So let's see, Marty walks himself up. Yeah, going to be able to get this D-ward out. Just had an idea where it was going to be. Another walk away. You know, just up on this cliff. It is a nice ward spot to have, just to see any rotations back into this mid lane. And Yond even gives it the well played. So you got to respect it. You do have to respect the D-ward potential coming through there. You know, the knowledge of where these wards are all going to be placed. But it looks like... No, there was a ward. There was a ward to go down here. Odds shortening a little bit. So yeah, crafting the odds get brought down just to 2.6 now instead of the 3 that they were last time, and 1.3 on the side of NAVI. Thanks to maybe the Medusa. I think you've got to respect this Medusa pick. Whichever way it goes, it is going to be 3 bounty runs that go in the way of NAVI. You definitely have to respect the power of this Medusa. I don't think we're going to be seeing the straight rapier after treads build on this Medusa that's been advertised around on Reddit and around Twitter and that, but you know, the Manta into the Skadi with some setup, the Dragon Lancer as well, it's still fairly hard to take this hero down. So we'll see just how NAVI think they're going to answer back onto this Medusa. The Medusa already taking some damage from the Iron Shells. Malik going to be pulled back, but the Iron Shell is there. So Malik... You've got the Spirit Breaker, but now the Iron Shell comes through. How much does this Spirit Breaker want to stand and fight up against the Darkseer with this with the Iron Shell coming through? Daniel trying to look for the pull behind the trees. Nesphia, though, the snake just come through here. A bit of damage onto Daniel. Daniel, he's going to try and surf himself away from this one, but it's going to be a slow ride here as we get our new lane in the jungle coming up between these two teams. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to keep an eye on this Medusa, see what items he does actually go for. Whether the Wind Ranger or the Bash comes out into Malik. Malik's going to take some damage from this. Iron Shell is available if he wants it. Meanwhile, on the top lane, it looks like the pings are coming through to get aggressive onto Classic Ruta. So we'll just keep an eye on... Well, we'll dip between the two lanes. We'll, you know, zip zap back and forth. As Yond trying to do what he can with the Nether Blast here onto Malady. Shigetsu just got the power chance. He's going to go for the triple surplus just for these early stats coming through. Classic Recruiter going to take some damage from this as well. Level 2 on the side of Navi before it comes up for the side of... yeah, the power shot. Going to be there. They get the kill. Malady might go down here. Yon, though. Shigetsu was that power shot. Still going to be 5 seconds away. And Yon will be able to heal up. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, they get the kill on Asticor. So some immediate revenge, and then death on the bottom lane here. Navi, they want to get aggressive. Nesphia low on mana in this lane. He's got himself the Wraith Band coming out, as well as this Sage's Mask, just to be able to get his mana back a little bit quicker. But you've got to be real careful, especially coming this far forwards. If the Silencer wants to go for a twin gate rotate, you know, with the lanes pushed right up to the Dire Tower, you've got to be careful about any rotations. You have to have this knowledge about anything that Mali's going to try and do here. The rolling boulder, excuse me, comes in. SV Mark is pretty darn low, though. The harass coming through. It looks like in the mid lane, how's Meljul doing? Meljul top of the last hits, even 7 denies up against this Bat Rider here as well. So Erase not having the best of times up against Meljul. We'll see if they're going to be able to play around it a little bit more in the lane. You know, maybe rotate some supports in. Yon's top lane. No! He doesn't go down. Meanwhile, though, there is going to be the drawback in from the Void's Remnant onto the Bat Rider. Erase. It looks like, I mean, he's got his bottle up now. You've got the one on the Void Spirit as well. He's got himself another couple of branches here. Yond, he did take a lot of damage for that. It's just his stick. No, it's a full one. Saves his life from the power shot from the Wind Ranger because he was on the little gap between the pond. You know, there's just that straight line behind where the rest of the lane is up onto the high ground, and the power shot comes through. Couldn't have missed, but the one was just enough to keep him alive by about 20 health or so. So the Pugna coming right back into the lane, but the Silencer though moves into the mid lane here now as well. They've got that Remnant drive back onto the mid lane, and it looks like the Bat Rider are going to be taking a lot of harass from this. As Malady moves himself in, they can't get the kill. The Bat Rider was already away the charge now as well onto Melajul, but the Dissimulate comes through. He's going to be able to dodge it off. He's going to be doing a lot of damage onto Erase now as well. It's Daniel, he rotates in. He's going to miss that rolling boulder and Erase the damage. He's going to be able to get the Water Rune, but he should still go down. The damage is going to be up. And now Melajul, will he go down to this Asta? Trying to chase onto it. Turns one more right click at an Asta. If he gets a bash, no. It looks like Melajul not going to be able to get the bash up, and Malady gets the kill onto the Spirit Breaker. Melajul. Bottle coming in on the courier. He's got a full 3 bottle charges now, as well as that Water Rune to come out, and 2 charges on the bottle after that. Erase gets the kill onto Daniel. He died to the tower. Yeah, he rolled into the tower. So Erase gets nothing but the gold from that. Not the XP from it. Before he even got back to lane. So it is credited with the Bat Rider. But that was just the, like I say, the Earth Spirit just going for the reset on the tower. How's it looking here? Shigetsu, Power Trads will be coming through. He's got himself the bracelet for the survivability here as well. Silencer is rotating back in as well. So if they want to, they could potentially make a move onto Class Nakruto. So, what is it? 1 point into the Shackle? Yeah, they could go. Was that Shackle to come out? They're going to try and latch him to the tree. There is another one being down here, so they might just be alright with the harass onto the Bloodseeker. And then she gets you with that extra 20 gold here from that Nether Wards. Don't turn your nose up at 3 gold. But yeah, Class Nakruto sitting at just above 2/3 health, and he's going to be able to regen through, coming through from the points into the Thirst. Obviously, taking down these creeps will heal him up a little bit at a time. It's back in the mid lane. Rotation comes out. The bash. First hit bash there coming through from Astakor onto Danielle. So these big tanky heroes going to match up against each other. The ward is down. Oh, they see the vision. Silencer going to be here. Silencer is going to be the one to get charged up. Yond. He rotates in. The Nether Blast comes out. Do they have enough to get the kill? Blood Grenade gets thrown in as well. Malady going to be slowed down. Do they have enough to get the kill? Melajul. He doesn't astral step up to the high ground. It was just a little bit too short here. Astakor takes a lot of damage, but it looks like everybody should be able to get out alive. As the power shot onto Class Nakruto. She gets to level 5, close to the level 6. So that focus fire, he is going to be able to run down onto the Bloodseeker. In fact, Bloodseeker's going to be careful here now as well. Doesn't have the mana for the power shot. And 3-4 heroes all coming up onto Shigetsu. Shigetsu has already used that wind run. 3 heroes stacking up though. The charge continues to come through right underneath this tier 1 tower. The TP is going to come through from Melajul. Can this Wind Ranger survive? He's got no regen, no one, no nothing. But Melajul will still get the kill. And even gives over a bottle charge or 2 over to Shigetsu here. And Shigetsu 70 XP away from having the focus fire down. The backstab coming through. Malady, they want to go for this Wisdom Rune here. Malady level 3 onto Yond as well, but the TP comes through. Spirit Breaker, they're going to be able to get the kill onto the Silencer. Silencer, yeah, even Class Nakruto rotating in, and it is going to go the way of Yond. The right click from the Silencer mid-air, but doesn't connect onto the neutrals. So who does take this Wisdom Rune? It is going to be... it was Yond. Okay, so Yond gets it, gives some experience over to the Spirit Breaker as well. How close is Class Nakruto? He's about 2/3 of a level. About half a level now from getting to 6, but Shigetsu is already there. About a level ahead. Silencer in the mid lane onto Astakor. Astakor's going to go down here. No way he gets himself out alive. Absolutely no way.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And again, I would like to see the Silencer pick up an early point at level 5 into the Glaives of Wisdom, purely just to be able to, because he's looking to get aggressive. He's looking for these rotations and the pick off ganks. So I would just like to see him, because in the last game, he got that point into the Greaves, got 2 stolen intelligence, and then didn't get anything for about 20 minutes or so after getting some really early pickoffs in the, in the early stages of the game. So would just like to see him pick that one up a little bit earlier on. Maybe get a bit of a boost from that top lane. Class Nakruto, no shackle shot. Yeah, it does come through now. And with the focus fire, they're going to be able to get the kill onto the Bloodseeker. I say they. Shigetsu. I love that. He saved the shackle for the TP. Was able to get it off just in time there. Focus fire down on the Bloodseeker. The Bloodseeker not able to get himself away. Speaking about not being able to get yourself away, Melojul, he takes down Astagor. 8 kills to 3 here in the first 8 minutes for Navi. Navi, he might even make a rotation down. Nesfi is just keeping himself away. Right back to the tier 2 tower. And looking for the jungle farm.
Tower is under attack.
How's the Darkseer doing? He has that wall up in... Well, he has the wall up now. Going towards a mana boot, so I assume the Greaves to come out sometime soon for the Darkseer. Vanguard is already there as well. What do you go for? Level 5. Silencer. 3 points in the Arcane Curse.
Under attack.
Plasma Cruto, though. Will get 6 off this wave of creeps. So we'll see. Dive into the mid lane now as well. Yond, can he get himself away? 3 heroes sticking up. There's going to be the remnant coming back from Yond. And Malik gets that kill. Lasso, though, the lockdown onto the Void Spirit. The charge on the backlines as well. Onto the Earth Spirit. Silencer gets caught in that. But the Astral Stack comes down. It looks like Navi, they will be able to get themselves out alive. Even the rotation comes through from Shigetsu. He's looking for it. The ball, the kick onto Astagor. Astagor gonna get himself away. The Rupture there onto the Wind Ranger. And the Wind Ranger just trying to do his best to find a good position to keep himself alive, but will still be taking some damage. Astagor with the charge. And it looks like Shigetsu. When Run comes out, that Rupture will be wearing off now. Can he get himself away? The Power Shot. It looks like they're gonna get the kill onto the Wind Ranger. Daniel, can he get himself away? The way Reverse Drain coming through. And Cluster Cruto, he's pretty darn fast here with all these low heroes. Malady, he is gonna be next on the chopping block as Cluster Cruto wants to go for the charge. And the chase. Plus, he avoids that curse coming through. Silencer, he will go down. The drain coming through from Yon now as well onto Melojul, but TP onto Malik. Malik drops the wall. Only Yon can be caught into this one. The Vortex, excuse me. The Remnant drive back here from the Void Spirit. Yond, the Blood Right comes out. Malik, he dropped the wall for a position 4. He doesn't even get the kill from that either. And Yond, he just gets all of his life, all of his mana back from that drain coming through. Malik sitting himself in the mid lane. Nesfia, while this is going on, Nesfia just continues to farm. 3rd in terms of net worth, and now with the 3 points into the split shot as well, should really start to rack up this gold. Daniel, he gets himself the Healing Lotus before the charge comes through from Astagor to interrupt that one. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Malik in the mid lane, he's got himself the Seeds of Serenity as well, even though he is having his life drained from Yond. Astagor, what does he want to go with the charge on the Spirit Breaker? Is he just waiting for Melojul to show? Because Daniel is close on the Earth Spirit as well. Melojul will show. She gets her on the top line. Actually going to be the Maelstrom here for the Wind Ranger, not the Rod of Atos first. So I suppose he just still wants that farm speed here for the Wind Ranger. If Classic Cruto, I mean, Classic Cruto's 2 levels behind. He might tease this Rupture here.
Radiant's bottom tower is
onto the Wendy.
attack.
But yeah, Wind Ranger, he sees the threat, has that Maelstrom queued up. Smoke's going to come out here from the Silencer as well. But Wind Ranger, the TP into the mid lane, they might try and make something happen here now as well. A race, we're looking towards this tier 1 tower. Daniel, did you want to try and go for the rolling boulder in on this Wind Ranger, excuse me. Shigetsu just works himself up, and now the rolling boulder comes in. The kick back onto Yond, and Yond, Focus Fire will be there. The Power Shot comes through. The Vortex, excuse me, the Vacuum back. I've got Vortexes on the mind after that last game. Wall even gets dropped there from the Darkseer. But again, while this is going on, Nesfia just continues to farm. Just continues to catch up with the net worth on the Wind Ranger. Never mind, Shigetsu finds 4 bouncy runes, and Malik finds the 5th. So a decent amount of gold there to get Wind Ranger back up above this Medusa. Speaking about the Medusa, going to be chased down. Darkseer trying to put a bit of pressure onto Nesfia. Back in the mid lane, Melojul trying to do what he can. She gets her on the top lane though. Again, Bloodseeker still has that Rupture. Yon's going to rotate in. He's going to go for it now as well. Rotation in from the Batrider. Do they get Wendy away into a safe position? Global Silence comes out, and it might be the Batrider. Put himself in a bad position here. Wind Ranger, only one charge on the one though. She gets who's going to get pretty darn low. And yeah, Classic Cruto's going to be able to run himself in here. Wind Ranger going to be the next one to go down as Classic Cruto. Does he get himself a double kill? Wind Ranger with the Wind Run away here. Vacuum back. Double kill for Malik. And it looks like Wind Ranger will be cleaned up in the back line. Classic Cruto gets that chase Wind Run. It doesn't matter how fast you are. Classic Cruto will still chase you down. And the Rod of Atos to come out here. But the Bloodseeker fact, what gold is he? About 300 gold away from having this one. Melojul just continues to push down this mid lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And the Medusa just carries on farming here in the Radiant jungle. So what's that going to be? The Yasha. So yeah, Manta Style coming out straight into an MKB. Wants to answer back here to this Wind Ranger. And the Windy. Lincoln's... Was that the Cornucopia coming through on the courier? Yeah. So
Dire's
some regen
bottom
coming
tower
through, some
is
extra
under
damage for the
attack.
Wind Ranger here as well. The stats will be nice. Malik might be in trouble here though. Class and Kruto has that rupture. Malik just tries to get himself out of the blood right and will be able to walk himself away. Medusa... Melojul and Mallory. They'll look at this rotation charge. Whoa, is that the shield room as well, the Void? Yeah, just instantly pops out when it is up. So the 3-man smoke, or 2-man smoke, and Melojul is showing. Global off cooldown in 34 seconds. So we'll see just what they're going to be able to do here, Navi. I mean, they're still ahead, 3k net worth. About 600 gold between the Wind Ranger and the Medusa. Rolling. That's not going to do that to anyone. How's Yond looking? Gets himself the Wisdom Room here as well. So, he's not looking too bad. He's third to bottom on the net worth, only 3k to his name here, just behind the Earth Spirit. But the Silencer, he's the real sufferer at the minute. He keeps going in with these blood grenades, keeps investing a lot of his gold. And again, he's not picking up any of these stacks at level 6. We'll see at level 7. If he wants to go for that, or if it's going to be the long commitment here into the curse as well as the last word. It looks like it will be. Yeah, level 4 on that curse.
Are scanning.
Shigetsu just continues to farm up now as well, about halfway towards that ultimate orb and most of the way towards the Lincoln Sphere. The recipe going to be another 1350 gold over the top of that one. So if he wants to, he can go... I mean, you don't really want to go recipe first when you can swap out one of these circlets and get so many stats from the ultimate orb. Top lane, we might be seeing a brawl in the next couple of seconds here. Backstab rotation coming through from the Earth Spirit here now as well. Ward goes down. But the Nether Ward's going to be down. They're going to try and get themselves on top of the Medusa. The Rupture comes out. Global Stance will be there. Medusa might just be able to slither his way away from this one. The Rupture onto Melojul, and Melojul going to suffer so much from this Bloodseeker Rupture that he's not going to be able to catch up with the rest of the fight. He has to wait for this Rupture to wear off. He is full health, full mana. The lasso now as well onto the Earth Spirit. They've got the lockdown. They've got the Stone Gaze. The wall will be dropped, and they say you go here, but no further. And once again, the side of SIBE, they're going to be able to get the kills. There's going to be the diving now as well from this Void Spirit. Do they have enough to get the kill into Astagor? Astagor, he throws his ultimate out. He's going to be surviving for a little bit longer now as well. The root onto the Wind Ranger. Wind Ranger trying to do what he can. Yon with the TP away. Anything to stop this one. They don't have it. The Rolling Boulder won't be there. They get the buyback out from the Earth Spirit. They lose the Spirit Breaker. So really, if you force out a buyback from the Earth Spirit, you are doing the job as a Spirit Breaker.
Radiant's top tower is under
But
attack.
yeah, I mean, you've got two heroes on the side of Navi that are susceptible to this Rupture coming through. On the Wind Ranger as well as the Void Spirit Rolling Boulder, the Classic Kuto. Going to walk himself away. This Rupture is going to be up in 18 seconds. They connect point blank onto the Medusa, and the vacuum back is going to be a really nice shackle. But do you have enough to get the kill? He's going to be out of mana now as well. The reverse strain coming out from Yon. Yon, he's going to be standing his ground here as Malik just tries to get the dive in with the Iron Shell to get the kill onto Melojul on the back lines though. And he looks at the charge come through. It connects. Wind Ranger going to be taking a lot of damage here from this Bloodseeker, trying to run himself away. They have the damage to get the kill onto Wendy, and it's going to be the Mystic Snake that does it now as well. Class Nakruto holds that Rupture. Daniel trying to get himself away, but one more right click.
Impressive.
And the Bloodseeker Erase gets that kill. Yeah, no, thinking about it, 4 heroes here from the side of Navi. They really don't have that front line that can just sit in there and take the damage like the Spirit Breaker. Like the Bloodseeker to a point, even like the Medusa. You've got the Darkseer that wants to run in with the Iron Shell. You've got the Wind Ranger that's going to be running around with the Wind Run. You've got the Void Spirit as a Silencer just go down. Yeah, you've got the Void Spirit that wants to be diving himself around with the Dissimulate, with the Astral Step. Every single one of them, 4 out of the 5 heroes here, vulnerable thanks to the kit, to the Rupture of the Bloodseeker. This draft, you know, I'd probably favor, just because of the Bloodseeker, once he gets to level 25 as well, he gets the 2 Rupture charges, that's going to take a whole lot of Navi's firepower out of these fights. So we'll see just how Navi are going to be able to deal with it, because for now, they're going to get themselves back in. The Medusa at the top of the net worth as well. I think SIBE, Team SIBE are in the driving seat here. Really comfortable position for them. Now this Medusa got his Manta style online, going towards the MKB as well into a nullifier. I don't know if they're really going to have the damage to deal with this Medusa. And just how, with the Wind Ranger, no diffusal builder here so far on the side of Navi, I still would expect the Wind Ranger to go for it after the Lincoln Sphere.
Coin for me.
But for the most part, this Medusa is getting away unpunished. 1, 0, and 2. He is playing the PvE a little bit. It's actually going to be the Aghanim Scepter for the Wind Ranger first. I don't like this. I think the Aghanims is nice, but I think you need that diffusal blade on the Wind Ranger. Otherwise, the Medusa is going to get away with literal murder in this game. Just being able to get the focus fire down and out, chunk him down, really bring him to a standstill. I suppose you do have to watch out for the reverse drain coming out from the Pugna. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Navi's lineup here coming into the second game. How's Aztekor looking? Let's go himself his drums. Going straight in for the Boots of Baron. And then I imagine a Shadow Blade comes out after that. Yeah, Sphere. The MKB already got himself the Javelin. Yeah, he's going to be about 400 gold away from the Split Knuckle as well. So 675. So what's that? About 300, yeah, about 900 gold away from getting the full MKB. And this Wind Ranger then is just going to suffer at the hands of this Medusa.
Dire are scanning.
And I think SIBE in the first game, they were unlucky to get caught out in a good couple of fights from outside of Navi. They were unlucky not to win that last game. But now, I think they're completely in the driver's seat. With this Medusa being up as well. Navi, they thought they had an answer for it, but it's just not worked out. So we'll see. The MKB, yeah, about, what's that now? He has a goal for it. If he wants it, he can fly that out. So there it goes. As he's going to get involved here, there's a big grouping up though. There's going to jump in, they get the break on, the lasso comes through as well. Global stance will be there, but Shigetsu, can he get himself away from this one? As it looks like, well, they turn. Is it going to be enough now? As Malik gets himself in the vacuum into a 3-man wall. The break comes through though, it looks like these illusions not going to be doing enough damage over to the Medusa. And Nesria just stands, tanks, and takes them down.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, so it looks like they're using the Spirit Breaker with the charge to break the Lincolns on the Wind Ranger, and then they get the jump in. But 5-man smoke into a 5-man smoke. This wall's already down. Roche, he's in the pit for the next 3.5 minutes as well. The wards do come through here. Do they get this jump? Medusa, Nesri is going to be seeing Malady. He's going to be able to get jump on now as well by the Batriders. There's good the Crimson Guard coming through. The damage, do they get the kill into the Batrider? They do. The Storm Gaze comes through though. And Silencer, he's going to get really down low. The Rupture comes out on the back lines. Can they do the damage to get the kill? Shigetsu just has to stand close. And Aztekor, he might be able to get the target off here now as well. Class Kruto goes for the TP away on the cliffs. They might be able to get the kill onto the Spirit Breaker, but it's only going to be Class TPing back to the tier 2 tower off that cliff. They've taken down 3 on the side of Navi. Can they get any more? Malady will fall. But it looks like the Bloodseeker as well as the Medusa just going to back themselves away. Don't want to overcommit into a 3v2. Now these ultimates are down. Wind Ranger as well. Picking up the Ogre Axe. Yeah, you forced out the BKB from the Batrider as well. Didn't get the kill onto the Wind Ranger with that lasso. That is a big jump. It just lets the Navi reset, reorganize, and come back in. And even with the Rupture onto the Wind Ranger, you're still able to find a couple of targets and do a decent amount of damage here. So Windy, what's it going to be? About 1,000 gold away from the Blade of Lacti, and then another 1,200 onto the point booster.
Illusion.
So not too far away from this Aghanim. I mean, we've got to think about it. It's only going to be 20 minutes in. Oh, the Manta dodge from Nesri here on the Medusa, just trying to get himself away from the shackle. His teammates were behind him as well on the side of Navi. Though it looks like we're going to see another group up coming through. Shigetsu playing the furthest one forward. Melodule isn't there. There's going to jump in now, but it doesn't matter. Yosepta comes out. Did he have the lockdown? A race is going to force out another BKB. And the Batrider just tries to wing himself away from this one. But again, that BKB is going to be down now, and it looks like they want to chase on the side of Navi. Can they get in range? The Rupture is up still on the Bloodseeker. There's going to be the rolling ball. They're in onto the Batrider. The vacuum back into the wall. Look at the damage. Global Silence comes out now as well. They take down both supports. And well, they take down the Batrider as well as Yond. And now, Medusa has fallen. Can they get the kill onto the Bloodseeker as well? The Bloodseeker's already running himself away from this one. He sees what a shambles that fight was. It was a great timing to come through the wall into the Global. Perfectly lined up there from the side of Navi. Now they're starting to get themselves back on the board. Starting to find these fights, starting to find the kills. And I think the Darkseer even has the Greaves flying out to him. So, yeah, no, he does. He might be able to pop this mech just for the extra heal. And then get these Greaves out. Shigetsu should pick up the Aegis. Yeah, I would have thought so on the Wind Ranger. Yeah. 300 gold now once Shigetsu away from the Agnum Scepter. If you don't know what it does, it gives an enemy slow for 50% at level 4 Wind Run. But you also get invisibility while that Wind Run duration is going. That's not broken by attacking or casting spells.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So let's see, maybe the Spirit Breaker or the Batrider are going to be going into a gem here. Medusa, how's he looking? Another fire to come out for him. Just trying to deal with the Wind Run, I guess. With that nullifier, because the Wind Run, it is dispellable. But now with the Invis coming out for this Wind Ranger, you do need to find him first. So let's see. Medusa Illusions, just trying to push this bottom lane back out. Maybe move into the jungle, find some farm here. But it looks like Navi, did he want to group up?
Dire are scanning.
Okay. There's Nesvia. He's getting close now to the Sacred Relic, but he's not quite there just yet. And it looks like Navi, once again, it's going to be the Rotovator that comes out from Classic Pluto. And the chase comes in, there's going to be the rolling ball. Does he get the kickback? Yosepta onto the Pugna. Wall gets dropped. The vacuum back onto the 3 heroes. Once again, the Shackle onto the Bloodseeker as well as the Pugna. They're going to be able to clean up at 1. Can they get any more out of this now as well? Nesvia wants to try and do what he can. He's using that Stone Gaze. He might be able to get the kill, the return kill onto the Earth Spirit. But now can they go for more? Was that Void Remnant? It won't connect here. The Focus Fire as well onto Nesvia. Nesvia has already used the Stone Gaze. Rupture is down. Manta-style illusions from the Medusa. Well, they come through the wall, but it was another good jump. Okay, they lose the Earth Spirit, and if it wasn't close to the Radiant base, Navi maybe continue chasing on there. But they got a good few spells that got cast from that. The last show is going to be down, the Storm Gaze is going to be down, Rupture's down for the next 30 seconds. And they should be able to get the tier 2 tower in the mid off that one.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And let's see now. It's going to be the Daedalus here for the Wind Ranger. 4 staff for the Silencer. 12 for the Permanent Stolen Intelligence here for the Silencer as well. Bloodseeker, what's he looking towards? It's going to be the Glenmere into the BKB here for the Bloodseeker, it looks like. Gold-wise, 17, 16, so he's still going to be about 1,000 gold, 1,300 gold away in a race. He might just go down here. They've got the drag back. Do they have the Shackle? They have a long-range Shackle. Global Silence will be used, and it looks like a race, trying to get himself in range, but they get the drag back. Did he have enough damage to get the kill? And Shigetsu still has that Aegis. A race, he won't die just yet, and Shigetsu, that's going to rupture onto the Wind Ranger, but that's going to be an Aegis being popped, not a full kill. Asphere, he loses his courier. Okay. So again, SIBE showing signs of life here. You can't just run over them if you're on the side of NAVI.
Bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower
It
is under
might
attack.
still be, though, a tier 2 tower that goes down here from the side of NAVI. Medusa Illusions trying to do what they can. Melodule just dives to the back line. You've got the shot on the Pugna. It's the Pugna using that Netherward Drain. But it should still go down here, this tier 2 tower.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
As Shigetsu TPing up, Power Shot comes out. I mean, the Spirit Breaker was close. If they hung around for like a second longer before showing this Wind Ranger, might have been able to get the kill onto the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker, does he want to go for this Wisdom Room? It looks like he does. TP comes in from the Silencer. Aztekor is going to go. Does he pick it up? He does. Shackle comes through, though. They've got the focus fire coming through. Look at all this damage, and Aztecor not going to be able to get himself away from this one. It looks like Wind Ranger going to go for a nullifier of his own, not a Daedalus. So, good kill there onto the Spirit Breaker. The Spirit Breaker, though, does still get that Wisdom Rune. How's Meljul looking? Meljul wants a nullify, so we're going to see double nullifiers coming out again on the side of Navi.
Invisibility.
Malik. Gotta be the Scepter here. Or Race. He lost the VIP boost, the full booster. Let's see Darkseer. Yeah, no, building towards the Aghanim Scepter. He's about 1,000 gold away from completing that now as well. So the normal punch to come out for the Darkseer. Being able to just throw that out again, more illusions coming through against the Medusa if you can close that gap and you avoid the Stone Gaze. Anything you can chunk up here as the Wind Ranger. Going to be about... he has the gold for the Sacred Relic. Just waiting for his courier to get to the Secret Shop to deliver it. Netsphere, how's he looking? Has a nullifier of his own. MKB is out. So yeah, going into the Skadi here for this Medusa. Skipped over it just to get the MKB out. But now going back for the stats. Which, I mean, you do really need. You look at it, you need that extra health coming through from the point booster. The ultimate orb stabs coming through from strength as well, because you only have 582. Whereas usually with Skadi, you build up your items, you have about 1100. Shackle comes through. It doesn't actually connect onto, I think, Classic Kuto, though. Going to be chased down. Did he get a kill onto this one? He looks like he's going to be able to get the kill here. Shigetsu just pushing down, and no buyback on the Bloodseeker. The lasso comes out. Global Stance will be here. Can they get this Warrior Ranger pickoff? Shigetsu's going to get really darn low, and they have enough with 4 heroes here to stack up to get the kill. Valley now as well. The charge comes through. It doesn't connect. At least the Silencer gets that TP out. But yeah, they thought they were being cheeky, getting a quick pickup onto the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker had his entire team behind him, and they were able to answer back immediately against this Wind Ranger. Oh, but now you'll Scepter onto the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker, he has that charge. Will be able to move himself away from the danger. Medusa might not be so lucky. 3 heroes. You've already been abandoned by the Spirit Breaker. He's trying to get himself back in, but the mana's going to be gone. The wall's still there. They have the kill. They have the damage. He might even be able to take down Yond. Yond he's trying to run himself away. He drops that Nether Ward. The Nether Blast comes out as well. But Yond, with the TP, the damage, it's going to be way too much. And Meljul with the double kill. And that should be the goal. Yeah, the Darkseer now will have this Aghanim Scepter coming out to him. So, we're going to see vacuums back into normal punches. Maybe even consecutive normal punches. The Bat Rider just needs to move himself away. So once again, Navi, they gave up some early pressure from the side of SIBE, but they're getting themselves right back into it. They are finding the items, they're finding the picks, and all of a sudden it's a 9k net worth lead here. They'll jump onto the Bat Rider. Really good kill there onto the Bat.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, what can they do with this amount of pressure? Roshan, it's going to be at least a minute before the big man's back in his cave. Darkseer, that's the Aghanim Scepter. Wants to go towards the Blink Dagger as well as the Shard here as well on the Darkseer. Spirit Breaker, just playing himself in the trees. He's ready to be deployed wherever he needs to be in 7 seconds. Actually going to TP back in because the base. It looks like he's going to be starting on now as well. No Bat Rider. It's going to be the focus fire coming through. The silence onto the Bloodseeker. The rolling ball that connects now as well. And Bloodseeker with no BKB. The global silence comes out the wall. Not going to be dropped just. Well, in fact, it wasn't. The vacuum. We get the kill here now as well. And Meljul should be able to get himself away. Yeah, the wall's still 2 seconds away. So the vacuum back. They get the kill onto the Bloodseeker. He's dead for 40 seconds. Shigetsu just stands his ground here on the Wind Ranger. And the Medusa's going to go in for a nullifier, but level 25, the Wind Ranger can go for the... Wind Rune cannot be dispelled. So we'll see just if he wants that focus fire cooldown more. Or whether he does value that Wind Rune cannot be dispelled here on the Wind Ranger. I think that's what you do want to be going for. It's going to be a long Roshan respawn here, 2.5 minutes as well. Especially with these nullifiers coming out. The way to deal with it. So, I think that Shigetsu, in this case, it will be the Wind Rune cooldown. I wish the Tormentors had like a little mini Roche clock just to see when they're coming back up, or like just the clock on the outside, just like, you know, like a gold tick down around the outer circle, just to see when they are coming back alive. It'd just help me out, you know. Not the players. You don't want to give the information to the players, but just letting the crowd and the casters know, you know, how long away that Tormentor is from coming back up. I just think it'd be neat. Yeah, Roshan, a minute and 39 now as well. The smoke coming out from the side of SIBE. They want to try and make something happen here, but Navi outside the Roche pit. SIBE have the timing down roughly. They don't know exactly when Roche is coming back alive, but it can be any time now. But Navi, smoke's going to break now as well. Erase to get the jump onto the Bat Rider. The Bat Rider with this ward on the high ground. They're going to be able to get the kill. And Erase straight up goes down. And now the wall comes through. Global stance will be there. The normal punch onto the Bloodseeker. The Bloodseeker, he might be the next one to fall. They've already got the kill onto Yon. Fast Kuto goes down. Nesri trying to get himself away with the Stone Gates. Stone Gates, it's not going to be enough to get himself out of danger. His health pool just disappears. This is going to be GG. GG being called here. KFT, SIBE, they know they cannot fight into this any longer. 34 minutes in. And Navi, well, again, the early aggression, the early pressure being put out on SIBE, they were taking some really good fights. They were finding some good pickoffs, but the past 10 minutes or so, everything going in favor of Navi, so they were able to get some good rotation, some good kills. I thought they were going to struggle with the Bloodseeker Rupture, but I guess it's one of those you kind of freeze for the amount of choices you can make here, because do you throw it out onto the Earth Spirit, or onto the Void Spirit, or onto the Wind Ranger? And they were just punished in the end. Bloodseeker 3-5 and 9, 3-3 and 4 on Nesvia. She gets to 7-4 and 12, so didn't even need that Diff Blade. In the end, they were able to focus down other targets and then turn and focus down 5-man onto the Medusa and burn his health and mana down that way. Well played by Navi. Unfortunately, SIBE, they're going to go into the first game of Division 2 with a loss. The first game overall as well. Navi to get themselves rolling with a win. And that is going to be a 2-0 here for Navi as well. So we're going to take, I think, a longer break. It's going to be about 30 minutes before we're back of the second series of the day. So go get something to eat, stick around, something to drink as well, and stick around, come back here for the second series of the day. But for now, we'll see you after this break.